Hello and welcome back. Hope you're having yourself a good day. Today I'm going to be doing a tutorial of Buzzard by Ben Howard as requested by these lovely people on the screen now. Thank you for the requests and suggestions. I always appreciate that. Keep them coming. All right, so this song, very short, and it won't take me long to teach you, but getting it down and getting it even and clean is actually not the easiest thing, because especially that second set of bends can be a little tricky because there's a lot going on. There's bends, hammer-ons, pull-offs, and a lot of quick movement in that fretting hand there. You got to be pretty precise with the timing of everything and make sure all the notes are nice and audible. So, short song, not the most basic song, not the hardest, and very, very worth learning and very fun to play, and I absolutely think anyone out there can do this, but just might take a little bit of time to get it clean and even. So the tuning for the song is DADGAd. That's better. God, sorry about that. So I'm just going to get right into it. We're not going to worry too much about giving too long of an intro because it is a short song and I don't want to waste your guys' time. So to start off, we have our ring finger on the 7th fret of the 2nd string. So we're going to start by plucking the low string. By the way, for that, I recommend using your ring finger because it's much easier to go to the 2nd set of bends with your ring finger on that 7th fret. So now we have that first bend on here. And the bend is kind of, and this is kind of a rule, not a rule for this song, but kind of seems to be where Ben is aiming with them. It's more than a half step, it's not quite a full step. Now, don't get overly concerned about what note you're hitting with the bend. The real feel of the song just comes with the bend itself. The note obviously matters, but it doesn't matter as much as you might think it does. I'm never really aiming for a certain spot with it. I play a slightly different note every time, but I think that's just kind of how bends work, unless you're a god. Yeah, don't get overly concerned about it, but the main thing that I want you to pay attention to with this bend is that it's not something where we're plucking the string, heading up, and then coming back down. You kind of already want to be heading up when you pluck the string, and then come back down. All right. Now for the second shape that we're going up to here, we have our index finger on the 4th fret of the 1st string, and then we're hammering to the 5th fret. Now I use my middle finger for this. I guess you could use your ring, but for me it's more comfortable. Just use my middle for that. So all together, sorry, I automatically go to the bend there. So that's what we've got so far. And this is where we head on to the next bend. And again, it's not, it's more than a half step. It's not quite a full step. Sometimes I can get it up to a full step, and that of course it still sounds good. But yet again, I mean, even when Ben played this live at Goonhilly, he wasn't going quite as far with the bends as he does on the album itself, because string tension makes bends more difficult. There's probably a different guitar, so it might just be tricky because of your guitar to get to some of these bends. So again, I don't want people to get overly concerned about it. So we're hammering, and then we're bending up again. Sometimes I get to the half, sometimes I get to the full, sometimes I'm like halfway between them. And then we're coming back down. Now, one thing that I was doing, actually I'll explain that in a second when you have a little more context with this. So then we're coming back down, and then pulling off to the 4th fret, pulling off from the 4th to open. So. All right. Now, one thing that I was doing when I first learned this was I was hammering, I was doing the bend up, and then I was kind of rushing to get to the pull-off, and then you kind of get that sound, which isn't what you want. Again, all the notes of this need to be audible and pretty emphasized. Like, there's nothing that's really a ghost note here, I wouldn't say. You really want to let that return down to the 5th fret to sound out when you're doing this riff. And then you can pull off, and then pull to open. There's 2 other notes in this little run. So after we pull off, we're gonna take, I use my ring finger for this, on the 2nd string 5th fret. So that's the same note as the 1st string open. So you kind of get sort of a resonance with it that just sounds good with the song. And you want to pluck it. I guess you could hammer it. It's better to pluck it. Right? And then you kind of linger on that for a second, and then you pull off open, and that's when we head into the little, you know, this, which I'll teach you here in a second. So all together so far. All right, so after that little pull off, we're gonna move into what's a pretty basic DADGAd shape. On the 5th fret, we have the 6th and 4th string. And then on the 4th fret, we have the 3rd string. The 4th string is completely open, so. And the pattern that we have here, for the first shape, the pattern is 6, 3, 5, 3, 5. We're kind of, you can think of it like this, but in between going to that 5th, we're just playing the 3rd very quickly. Alright, so, and then we're sliding the shape up 2 frets with the pattern that's just 6, 5, 3, 5. So, alright, so all together. I apologize for hitting the open strings. I haven't been playing this song as much because I tired my dad out from hearing it, from me practicing it so much. Alright. And that's the whole song, basically. There's one little variation he does right after he finishes the last line, you know. Stonewall, market stolen dreamer. When he goes up to this shape, what it sounds like to me is instead of just 6, 5, 3, 5, it sounds like he's going 6, 5, 3, or 6, 5, 4, 3, 5. Like that. I didn't play that in my cover because I don't like how the open sounds there. Doesn't matter. You don't have to throw it in there. You put in whatever variations you want to, but it's a nice sound. But who knows if he even meant to hit it or if he just kept it in because he thought it sounded cool afterwards. The only other thing you have to know is at the end of the song, so we're on that 7th fret here, and then we're just going to move our index finger up 1 fret and pluck the 4th and 3rd string, which are an octave apart, like that. So, now you don't, like on the album, I don't hear the low D string ringing out. So you can either just not play it, or if you find like it's ringing and you don't want it to, you can just mute it. Just like that, however you want. But the low string is still in the right key. It's the same chord. Doesn't change the chord. It just changes sort of the sound of it a little bit. Anything else you guys have to know? I think that's it for the song. It's very short. See, I still don't even play it perfectly myself. I haven't been playing it much recently, and that's part of the reason. I gotta stick with it. I've been working on my own stuff more so. But yeah. Very fun to play. I highly recommend giving it a shot, and I really hope that this tutorial helped you guys out. Don't worry, next up is Folly's Fixture. I think the main reason I haven't done it is because like I never remember what I'm actually playing in it, because I just threw together that variation very quickly, and I don't have it all memorized entirely to sit down and like teach it. So I'm just trying to like commit it to memory in terms of breaking things down a little more so that I can teach it to you guys. But that'll be up. I apologize it's taken so long for that. I really appreciate the request from all this. We're so close to 700 subscribers. We might even hit it by the time this video goes up. I don't know. But you guys are the best. The support recently has been absolutely amazing, and I'm very excited because I have more things that I'm working on. The video essay for Collections from the Whiteout has begun its production, and I'm obviously looking forward to getting that done. It might not be out for a little while. I don't know. I want to put a lot of care into this one, but anyway, there I go rambling again. I tend to do that. All right. Thank you all so much for the support. You guys are the absolute best, and I really appreciate every one of you. Hope you all have a fantastic day. Peace.